What's up, my friend? Let's talk about love. You see, love is like medicine for the heart. Even when you are in pain and hurting, love always finds a way to make us laugh. That's why here, my friend, we are dedicated towards spreading that love to the whole world. And with your help, my friend, we can make this happen. Subscribe and be one of our fam. Don't be just a fan. Let's dive in together to spreading love to the whole world. I am Y311H. Straight out of Africa with lots of good vibes, my friend. Our mission of today is to spread love, kindness, honesty, peace and forgiveness to everyone. So my friend, join me as we do this while reacting together to these videos that you shall be seeing here, my friend. But before that point, it's good we also hear from the book of love, book of wisdom, book of knowledge, guide of life. Let's hear what it has for us today. Yes, thank you. Listen and listen closely, my friend. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. Then you will call upon me and come and pray to me, and I will listen to you. You will seek me and find me when you seek me with all your heart. I will be found by you, declares the Lord, and will bring you back from captivity. I will gather you from all the nations and places where I have banished you, declares the Lord, and will bring you back to the place from which I carried you into exile. Jeremiah 29:11. God is good and marvelous at all times. God is great. Hey, my friend. And today, my friend, we have a fruit. Grab yours and let's dive into reacting to these videos. One last thing. Let's give thanks to our Creator. Dear Lord Father, King of Kings Father, Mighty One of heaven and earth, all glory and honor belong to you, Father. Thank you for your life in us, Father. Thank you for this wonderful and adorable soul that has joined us today, Father. All glory and might belong unto you, Father. Guide us through the videos, Father. Forgive us all our sins. Fill us with your spirit and help us to spread love to the whole world. Bless everything that shall be involved through the videos. In Jesus' mighty name, we do pray, trusting and believing. Let's dive in, wonderful souls. Good vibes.
Many people on your planet, philosophers, have asked, why? Why do we exist? Why are we here? This is a question created from within the space-time perspective. It is not a relevant question for existence itself, because existence only has one quality: to exist. That's its fundamental state. Because you are an aspect, a reflection of existence, that's your fundamental state as well. And when we say fundamental, we mean fundamental. That's it. Can't get any more basic than the fact that you exist. And when I say you exist, we mean you exist. Meaning your particular unique perspective, your unique point of view, your identity, the things that you experience in life that you believe are happening to you is what exists. You, your unique perspective exists. Therefore, it is absolutely unable to not exist. The fundamental quality of existence cannot become anything else on an equally fundamental level. As we have often said, it can become any kind of form or expression, but it cannot become non-existence. By definition, non-existence doesn't exist. Therefore, that which exists cannot become that which does not exist. Because there's no such thing as non-existence. You can talk about it, you can use the words non-existence and think that you're actually talking about non-existence, but you're not. Because even the term non-existence exists within existence. Therefore, the term, the idea, the concept that sometimes your philosophers may bandy about in discussing and thinking about and pondering the concept of non-existence is not really a discussion about non-existence. It's a discussion about a symbol that represents the idea of non-existence, but there can be no discussion. There can be no concept. There can be no conceiving. There can be no perceiving of anything that is actually non-existence. Because again, by definition, there is no experience in that idea at all. Even if, just to push the philosophical point, you were capable of experiencing non-existence, you would never know it. Because there would be no reflection, nothing to bounce back to you, no awareness that you had experienced it. That's the very fundamental definition of non-existence. There is no existence there for you to have an experience of anything in. Therefore, if you really wrap your minds, wrap your hearts, wrap your souls around the concept that your fundamental state of being is that you exist. You exist. And while you may perceive yourself in many different ways, in many different forms, throughout the course of your existence, physical, non-physical, other dimensional, parallel, what have you, doesn't matter, you will still exist. Your unique perspective will still exist. In other words, anything that happens will be happening from your point of view to you.
Incredible footage of a man chasing a UFO in his car. He manages to get some of the clearest footages we have ever seen here. Leave your comments please of what you think about the whole of this incident. What? What? Huh? These were bell peppers, and then there are dogs. How? My friend, is this those computer stuff? CGI. Oh, CGI. I knew they were not real. What? My God, this is crazy stuff. Hey. Oh, this guy is scanning a pigeon to confirm if it is real. And allegedly, apparently, the pigeon is a bit fake. What? This is crazy. It has some tag there on the leg. Could this be a real pigeon or some drone pigeon? Please leave your comments, good people of Earth. Some people from different episodes have seemed to thought that these things are drones. You see? Like drones with cameras on their eyes acting like birds. You, my friends, be the judge there. Look at this and leave your comments. Look at the eyes of this animal.
Humpback whales have been added to our list of animals that not only use tools, but manipulate tools. This paper was just published this week, and it's been a very, very busy week for me, so I've been trying to make this video for a while, and now I'm at the point where we're just gonna make it happen. This specifically has to do with the bubble nets that one population is using off the coast of Alaska, and the scientists use suction cups to collect this data. And I do want to talk more about this because when I first read it, my initial thought was like, is this really a tool? The bubble net certainly worked like an effective tool. When the whales did this as they were diving, they would collect up to 7 times more food from a single dive. But get this, because this is what kind of like gets me on the side of, okay, I'll consider this a tool. To catch more krill, they had to actually manipulate their bubble net. They had to change things up. They could change the distance between rings, the number of rings, and then variables like the size of the actual net itself and the depth. So, I'm sorry, I know this video was probably really distracting. I've been really busy. It's hard to find time to make videos. But I am interested in what you would think. Would you consider this tool use like the researchers did? Or is this just kind of a novel behavior of these humpback whales? Or are we just kind of arguing semantics at this point? What is a tool? Does it have to be like something physically you can hold? Or is manipulating the water to do your job also using a tool? I don't know. A thought I did have though is like, if we are accepting that as tool use, would we also count like the fish that spit water to hit insects out of the air and knock them into water? Are they like using a tool? It's kind of like a water gun. I don't know. They're not really manipulating it, but maybe you could argue that they manipulate the distance, the trajectory, that kind of stuff. Definitely makes me question a lot of things, but that's what good science does. It makes you think.
Maybe actually everything is just a distraction.
I don't care how long he works and I don't care what he does. There is no job worth $2 million a year. That's why they pay athletes these fantastic salaries. I was listening to the radio the other day. They just contracted to pay one player on one team $6 million a year. Can you believe this?
And why is that?
It's the Roman Circus. What does the emperor do when the people become restive? When the people are asking questions and when the people don't like the policies of the emperor? He sends them to the circus. He creates a circus. He builds a giant coliseum. And he begins to throw the Christians to the lions. And he has great chariot races and football games and basketball games, all to keep the idiots preoccupied with things that don't mean anything in the scheme of the entire world, so that they don't have the time to learn what the truth is, so they don't ever get smart enough to learn how they're being manipulated.
As always, thanks for watching.
So they don't
Stay weird.
ever question the emperor.
All right, so I asked ChatGPT, how many R's are in strawberry? It said there are 2 R's in strawberry. I counted 3. I can see why you might think that, but strawberry actually has 2 R's. Maybe you are counting the letter R in straw and berry separately. Break it down and show me. Sure, here's the breakdown. Strawberry. The R's are highlighted. There are 2 R's in strawberry. I said I can physically see 3 R's. I understand there might be some confusion if you count the letter R in strawberry. 1. Strawberry. There are indeed only 2 R's. If you are seeing 3, there might be a mistake or a different context in your counting. Am I crazy? You're not crazy. Sometimes mistakes happen when counting or reading. It's easy to miscount letters, especially if you're looking at the word quickly. If you're still unsure, you might want to check again and use a different method to verify. Spell it for me, then, and count the R's as you do it. Certainly. Here's the spelling of strawberry with the R's counted. Strawberry. Containing the R's. First R in strawberry. Second R in strawberry. There are 2 R's in strawberry. What about the R before the other R in berry? I see where the confusion might come from in strawberry. The sequence is the first R, the second R. I think that I'm going crazy here. Finally just said, okay, so strawberry is spelled S-T-R, first R, A-W-B-E-R, second R, third R, Y, correct? Actually, strawberry is spelled with only 2 R's. The breakdown is strawberry, first R in strawberry, second R in berry. There isn't a third R in strawberry. So map out each letter individually in the whole word to show me that there isn't a third R in strawberry. Certainly, here's the breakdown. S-T-R-A-W-B-E-R-R-Y. Counting the R's. Counting the R's. The first R in strong, the second R in berry. There are 2 R's in strawberry. How many letters are in the word? The word strawberry has 10 letters. Okay, and the first letter of strawberry is S. Second, the second is T. Third, the third is R. Fourth, A. Fifth, W. Sixth, B. Seventh, E. Eighth, R. Ninth, R. The 10th is Y. So how many R's total was that? That's a total of 2 R's. One at the 8th position and one at the 9th. So then strawberry is actually spelled strawberry. No, strawberry is correctly spelled with 2 R's. Strawberry. The spelling strawberry would be incorrect because it omits 1 R. Okay, then strawberry. No, the correct spelling is strawberry with 2 R's. The spelling strawberry would be incorrect as it is missing 1 R. Okay, so just spell strawberry and remove all the R's. If you remove all the R's from strawberry, you get strawberry. Okay, so now add them back in and count them as you do it. Sure, adding the R's back to strawberry. Strawberry, counting the R's. 1 R after T and 1 R after E. There are 2 R's. Do it slower. For the record, people think I'm crazy right now for rereading this because I'm in public. Absolutely. Let's do it step by step. Start with strawberry. Add the first R. So it's strawberry. Add the second R. Strawberry. Count of R's. R after T and R after E. So there are indeed 2 R's in strawberry. Strawberry. I capitalized all the R's, correct? Yes, you capitalized all the R's correctly. The spelling of strawberry shows 2 R's. This is my longest video I've ever done, by the way. This is frustrating. Okay, so remove all the letters that aren't R. If you remove all the letters except for the R's from strawberry, you get RR. You're missing one. Then finally, I see what you mean now, including all the R's from strawberry. If you remove all the letters except R's, you get RRR. There are indeed 3 R's.
This is liquid nitrogen. It's 320 degrees below zero. I'm going to add it to this bottle filled with a little bit of water. Because it is less dense than the water, it's going to float on the surface. But when I invert the bottle, it's going to move to the top, expand, and turn this into a handheld rocket. Let's give it a try. We'll add some nitrogen on the top. It'll float on the surface. That looks good. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Whoa!
Man, that's
rocket
interesting.
Science for you.
What are these things? What are these things flying at night? Are these fairies or what are these? English people, are these what you call fairies? Oh man.
Water is a liquid crystal, and it stores information from its source to its final destination. It never forgets anything that happened to it. And unfortunately, most of what has happened to water is negative. Pollution, negative energies. So we have to do something to erase these bad memories out of the water by various means. You can put your intention into it, like Masaru Emoto says. Put love, compassion, into your glass of water and drink it, and it will have changed from a negative to a positive. That's why intentions every day send out loving intentions across the planet. They go out to infinity.
It can be hard to see it at first, but if you slow it down, you can see a dark object falling from the air. Initial reactions from viewers ranged from skepticism to curiosity.
What is this? Look at these scary things hidden in pictures. Whoa, what? Who is that behind that red? My God. What? Are you seeing these things? Look at the TV. There is some hands there in the TV. Crazy stuff. This guy noticed this slime on this rock was alive. Yo, it's crazy. I don't know what a slime is. It's my first time I'm seeing it here. I'm quite surprised it's a creature. Is this a creature, a bacteria, and which organism is this? Man, why does it move like that? Whoa, there are bolts of upward lightning illuminating in the sky. This is unbelievable. Lightning goes up or down. What could cause this type of thing? My friends, this is some quite abnormal lightning.
Someone has finally asked the right questions.
Ask yourself. We've been taught that before we were born, we were sinners.
Yeah.
And this is because of the sin that Adam committed in the Garden of Eden.
Yeah.
Before you cry, you're a sinner. And a provision has been made through the Son of God, Yeshua.
Yeah. Basically.
But this provision to cleanse you of your sin is also subjected to belief.
Yeah.
Wait, I did not consent to Adam sinning, but automatically I am wearing his sin.
Yeah.
But I have to believe in the provision, the salvation, before it will be applied to me.
So I was gifted something awesome. I was gifted the 1911 11th edition of Encyclopedia Britannica, all of the volumes. And I want to share with you just a couple things that I randomly found just flipping through the pages. So I was just flipping through the different maps. And looky what I found. What is that right there? Tartaria. So here I found Atlantis. And what does it say about Atlantis? It says that it was an island country larger than Asia Minor, that it had been in power 9,000 years earlier, and its armies had overrun most of Europe, except for Athens, which stood alone against it. Now, what's really interesting, that if you read down here, it says that it was a sunken island off the Cornish coast, and that it appeared in many folktales from Gibraltar to Hebrides, and until 1853 was marked on English charts as a rock at 44 degrees and 48 minutes north and 26 degrees and 10 minutes west. Anyone around there, I'd love to see what that looks like. Even what we consider common words like parasite don't have the same meaning as we would think of them today. The early parasites may be divided into two classes, religious and civil. The former were assistants of the priests, their chief duty being to collect the corn dues, which were contributed by the farmers of the temple lands. All right, now that we have a 1911 version of Google from the early 20th century, all we need to do is look it up. So do me a favor and leave in the comments something I should look up. And if I find something interesting, I'll post a video about it. I love you all. Stay blessed.
What is this thing here? My friend, is this a tester coil, or what is this thing? Or is some guy making a pattern?
Where am I now? Guys, let me pull up a map and just show you exactly how far away we have floated. The water's dropped significantly in temperature. We're near some sort of island around here. I don't even know where that is. We could be in Antarctica. I have no clue. There's literally nothing around. It's just me out here all alone. I'm gonna try to find my way over there, but I just don't know where to go.
Ah, fun magic tricks. Yo! Huh. Ha! What? Oh, this is fantastic. You see all this magic, my friends, that we always see here? Haha. Oh, some of them are just tricks, and this is how it is done, you see? Watch closely. It's just some illusions to the eye. Wow, this is fantastic. If you have ever been conned, or happened to believe one of these tricks you have just seen here was real magic, tell us in the comment section. You see? How was it to you? And now how do you feel after seeing it was just a trick, you see? Do you feel tricked or just good vibes? Tell us in the comment section, my friends, you see? Oh, this is incredible. You mean all these are tricks? Ah. Huh.
Animals with real-life superpowers. The axolotl, whose name literally translates into water monster, has the ability of extreme regeneration, meaning it can regrow almost every part of its body. Although many animals can regrow parts of their bodies, the axolotl can not only replace injured limbs, but much more complex organs, like eyes, hearts, and even their own brain. In fact, they're even able to rebuild themselves by accepting parts of other axolotls, including entire heads. The mimic octopus has the ability to morph into the shape of 15 different marine species, including a lionfish, sea snake, and a jellyfish. Only the mimic octopus can impersonate a wide variety of sea life by taking a different shape altogether. What's most impressive about the defense mechanism it has is that it's able to decide which animals are most suitable to imitate based on what the threat appears to be at any given time, and then morph into it within seconds.
When you add a pan to a heat source and drop water on it, you expect the water droplets to vaporize right away. But if the temperature is over 193 degrees Celsius, something interesting happens. The water droplets skitter across the surface like an air hockey puck. What's happening is called the Lighten Frost effect. A thin layer, and by thin I mean 0.2 of a millimeter, layer of gas forms underneath the droplets, allowing them to move across the surface without boiling away. It's really pretty cool.
Hello out there. I'm going to make this video just to teach those who don't know how to tell. It is the half of the month according to the Most High. Now, according to the book of Enoch, when the sun is setting in the west and you look to the east and you see the moon coming up from the east and the moon is full, that is the half of the month. So if I turn my back and look to the east and I see the moon is full, this is the half of the month according to the Most High. Now, this is if you're in Africa, because Africa is where life started at, and that's where the Garden of Eden was at. That's where Enoch had his ministry at. But if you're in the United States, it's pretty much the same thing. You look to the west and you see the sun setting, and then you look to the east and you see the moon coming up. When you see the moon coming up and it is full, that is the half of the month. Now, using this same logic, what this moon will begin to do, it will start to go backwards as far as the lighting is concerned. The next day you will see the moon waning. That means instead of a white light strip on a black moon, you see a black strip on a white moon. I don't know if I said that right, but some of y'all got it. And what this will do, it will continue to go backwards for 14 days. And on the 14th day, this moon will be on where the sun is. This moon will be where the sun is in the west. And that moon will be a black moon. And that is how you tell if it is the first of the month. So let me go back again. Well, while I'm right here, I might as well explain what's happening once it turns black. Now, once it turns black, that is called the new moon. And then the next day you will see a white light strip. That light strip will continue to appear for 14 days, and on the 14th day, that moon will be right back over here again, and it will be full. And then the process continues again. It will start to wane and go backwards and turn black. And when it turns black, it will be over here in the west. And while it is over here in the west, the next day you should see one white light strip. That means that that is the first day of the month. So according to the book of Enoch, the moon accomplishes all of its waning in the west. That means when it is fully black, it is in the west. And it said it accomplishes all of its cresting or all of its lighting in the east. That way you will see a full moon. And when it accomplishes all of its lighting, that means that's half of the month. God bless you. Have a great night or day.